What? Can you? What up, y'all? So, your boy, this is my first crash in this car. So, you know, I thought I would feel worse, but I just feel like, okay, this is a drift car. This happens. It's an E36, so parts are reasonably cheap. Not that I have money right now. However, I don't need this car, aka I can take as long as I want to fix it. So, yeah, Ripperoni, fucking front enderoni, and probably tires and everything, and my beautifully rolled arches. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what you can see, but I'll basically, if you can't really see anything, I'll put pictures on the not that I have any beautiful pictures, but yeah, it's crashed. So yeah, you can see it pretty good from here. So lower arm is bent, so I need a new one. I'm gonna need to see if the lollipop in the back is all bent as well, which it shouldn't be. Can I see that from here? So I can't see if the lollipop and all the stuff is bent. The subframe is okay, all the stuff is good. So yeah, basically lower arm and tie rod, which is pretty simple. Like, I put this stuff together myself, so like I know how it all works, so it should be good. Hopefully my knuckle isn't snapped. That would be really upsetting if it is, but if the lower arm took the impact, then the knuckle is not snapped. Yeah, so it's broken. Pretty fun. What's really cool though, there was this huge roundabout. If you lot know where Cambridge roundabout is, A10 roundabout, before I crashed it, not because of this, basically I did another drift, I did some dumb shit, and then I crashed afterwards, but I managed to actually drift the Cambridge roundabout in between traffic, sort of, so it was like pretty fun. Yeah, that's always been my dream. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Only crap thing is I need to find an arch, which is long as fuck. However, this is giving me an excuse to have mismatched body panels, which is actually kind of sexy. So fucking, oh my days, Bob. Oh, it's still taping. All right, what the fuck is up? So I don't know how to hold this. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much, yeah, what's going on? I'm in the Clio right now, which I don't even know. Do you know I have a Clio now for a daily? Either way, driving from Brighton to London to pick up a wing, a driver's side wing for my BMW, because I fucked it. Most surprised about, right, is my reaction when I crashed. I've got no like emotional attachment to this car, which I thought I did, but I guess whatever. So what the damage is lower arm is completely like buckled. The inner tie rod is snapped in half, and probably the outer tie rod might be bent. So I just ordered a set of inner and outer tie rods from eBay, E90 inners and E36 stock one outers. I've placed the order for my lower arm as well. As you guys know, if you know, I run Wizards of Lock, just front suspension in terms of angle. So I just ordered a replacement arm from them. Oh yeah, let me tell you how the crash happened. Coming out of a drift, I was in rev limiter in first, and I was like, cool, let's smash in second. So I did a power shift into second, like a no lift shift. So obviously I was in rev limiter in second, and like when I dumped the clutch, the car kind of like shot forward and gained loads of speed, because apparently I just have traction somehow. It was wet, by the way, so, and I've run 60 psi in my rear tires, so I kind of shot forward on a pretty like long straight. However, I didn't calculate in my brain how wet it was. At the end of the straight, there is a really sharp, like almost V-shaped left turn. After almost getting rev limiter in second, which is about 60 miles an hour, I decide to, you know, start slowing down for this corner. There's like a sharp left. And I'm just like, I start like kind of pressing the brakes a bit harder than I usually would, because I want to slow down a bit quicker. I just start feeling this like skiddy feeling, like a kind of noise, which if anyone's ever driven an E36, they would have felt this. It's the understeer noise. However, my wheels weren't turned, so I was like, all right, cool, this is not cool, let me let go of the brake, let's go again. So I kind of started pumping them, because I've got no ABS, as any drift car wouldn't. And then like it came time for the turn, so I started turning the wheel as well while pumping the brakes. but I just couldn't slow down in time basically, and I ended up stopping myself into the curb. I didn't even end up going onto the curb. Like, it was a very, very slow, like low speed impact. It was just because my wheel, I was basically almost at full lock when it all happened, so I kind of just crunched all the front suspension. What I'm hoping for is that my coilover is not bent, and what I'm also hoping for is that my strut tower is not bent. If they are, then that is fucked. That means I'm essentially gonna need to be looking for a new shell. It shouldn't be, because from what I looked, it was fine. Yeah, so next Saturday, exactly a week from now, I'm gonna be tearing it apart and putting it back together, with having ordered all the parts that I think need replacing. Fucking basically Diane and like Vaso and basically Vess actually, a lot of them were just like, you're fucked up, because I just drove home with like a bent front end, and I basically had to drive through like a really main high street. It was fun. I couldn't make right turns, and like the first main turn that I had to do from where the crash was to where I needed to be going was like a huge sort of U-shaped right turn through like a major intercrossing. To turn right, what I have to do is I have to do like a 1,000,000 turn where I just full lock to the left and drive the car backwards, so it would face my nose more right than it was originally. You know how driving works. But yeah, so I had to do that in the middle of like a super busy intersection. It was like 9 o'clock at night, so it wasn't that bad, but still it was pretty funny. And yeah, so I ended up driving home with my front right wheel at full lock, so I'm pretty sure I have like a pretty mental flat spot on my Nankang NS2R. So if it's like super bad, I'm gonna need to order a new tire, which is upsetting because they're kind of expensive. Alright man, what up dude? So today is the day that we will be getting some clips. Right now it is exactly 4:17. Okay, now 4:17 means that sun is setting in about 30 minutes according to Google, and this is how the car sits. So yeah, it's broke. So what we're doing is we're just gonna try and tear it apart as quick as possible before sun sets, and like get everything off that I can. So I'm gonna just do that as quick as possible. Okay, so this is it with the wheel off. The coilover looks straight as fuck, which is beautiful. Up there doesn't look really fucked up, nothing's ripped out as far as I can see. The brake line looks intact, not pinched or anything. I had brakes on the way back, so it's blessed. Just the lower arm is popped out of the, what do you call it, which is alright. That means I can just smash it back in, which would be perfect. Don't even have to take the lollipop off, right? In here is what I'm talking about. Don't know what you can see. Doesn't look like it's ripped through the subframe, which is beautiful. The rack doesn't seem smashed. This tie rod end might be alright. Look at the E90 rod just snapped at the, like, just at the base, which is super simple. So yeah, I'm gonna just get this done real quick. I think I can just tear it apart in like a couple minutes. Fam, see, sometimes you just have to use your brain. It's 4:52 and the sun is essentially like setting right now. So progress. What? So we've got the lower arm off. It's crunched. Look at that. That's some sexy shit. You know, it's very nice. So pretty much the issue I had with this bolt that connects to the subframe. Oh my god, it went into the subframe. That's fucked. Yeah, so this bolt that connects to the subframe was an issue because the 22 bolt, the 22 nut that goes on it, that connects it to the subframe on top, I couldn't get the socket on because the engine mount was in the way. So what I did was I just put 24 and I took it off with a 24. The nut didn't get rounded or anything, so I think I can put one back with a 24 as well. Should be all right. This ball joint is a bit fucked. Anyway, I'm gonna try and get this poly bush off so that I can jam the other arm. Oh, actually, having said that, let's unbox the other arm. The reason I'm doing a little unboxing mid-video is because this is meant to be some crazy color that I don't know what it is. pretty much, they said. So I'm gonna just do my, let's cut towards ourselves so we can die. Oh, it's purple again, which is fun. They said they were gonna do a different color. Rip. Oh shit, look at it. They sent me a sticker which I threw away last time, so I'm gonna put it on the car. Oh no, it's not purple. They lied to me. No. Oh, what? That's so jokes. Look at this shit. It's multicolored. No. Oh, that's so sick. What the fuck? That's so good. It's like pink, yellow, green. What? I love that shit. That's so fucking good. This is why you get aftermarket shit, because there's just character in it. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Fucking Haribos. What did they say? Please take time when fitting and ensuring all bolts are tightened to the correct torque setting. Tracking will need readjusting after fitting any steering components. Longer track rod ends may be needed, blah blah blah. Please note modified steering components are intended for track use only and road use is at your own risk. You think? Any issues, please, blah 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 blah. We look forward to seeing you on track soon. Feel free to send us pics when fitting and leaving a review. Many thanks, Big Al, aka the Wizard. Shout out to Big Al. He's getting some clips out here. Cool. Let's scratch up the nice paint. Make sure it's got all the nice razor blade marks on it. You know, look at, they have an arb, a T-Robar fucking hole, man. Fam, if you lot are not on Wizard of Lock arms on your car and you're in the UK, you're sleeping, bro. Fuck this E36 arm shit. This is sexual as fuck. Look at this. All right, I'm gonna get a photo for Instagram because, you know, you gotta do that shit. All right, so I transferred the little poly bush onto the new arm. Now I've run into an issue. I took the boot off the, I don't know what you can see, to be honest. Probably nothing. So I took the boot off of the steering rack. Steering rack seems fine, not really any play on it, which is good. Then we look at the little tie rod, inner tie rod, and we see right at the left edge how there's a dimple, which is the reason it broke, because, you know, like it's just too much impact. It just ran out of like movement, so it just snapped, which is completely fair enough. That's calm. Then we go to take it off, except I don't have that tool because it's in Rev Crew Garage, which I'm nowhere near at the moment, and we're having some issues with that anyway. So I'm gonna have to tomorrow probably, or I'll look it up and I can just run now because I've got a Clio. I can run and get a key so I can just take it off tomorrow and put everything together and just go drive. That's kind of where I am now, and I'm essentially stuck without this tool. So I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. Like, if you look under here, you basically can't see anything without a torch, and my little headlamp is just not doing its job. So I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. I think probably gonna go out. It's Friday night, probably have a little drink with old mate, with Amachan. You guys have seen Amachan on this channel. Hopefully it doesn't rain tomorrow. It says it won't rain until 2, so that's good. Okay, it's a new day, it's a new dawn. It's 11:15, maybe 11:30 maybe right now. It is slightly drizzling, hence why I look like a Hiroshima fucking victim. I feel like that's offensive. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, so I've got I took the old inner tie rod out with a, what I could describe as a pipe wrench. Vassil's dad, who still lives at Vassil's house, believe it or not, he hooked it up last night. He gave me these adjustable pliers as well. I don't know what they're called, but they didn't really work out. Yeah, so I got it all off. Now what I'm gonna do, now I've got all my new stuff in these boxes, I'm gonna get the correct components, line them up with how these are lengthwise, and just hope that my alignment is like acceptable when I put the car back on the ground. And then yeah, I'm gonna just try and bolt up everything together, because I feel like there's no point filming before that. So I feel like it's time for a little update. I'm trying to take the wing off currently. There's one bolt left at the base, where it, like just down here, basically there's one here and there's one there as well. You can see that. The problem is, yeah, which shouldn't really be a problem, but apparently it is. BMW really likes underseal, so you can see like there's a whole like 2 millimeters of like underseal just on top of the bolt, so I can't even put my socket on there to undo it so I can take the wing off fully. The suspension isn't fully done, everything's kind of in place. I just realized I forgot to put my boot. Yeah, I can't get this to go on, which I feel like I could just like kind of push it up and it should work. Maybe something might be really majorly bent though, if that's not trying to go on. But yeah, we'll see in a sec. Okay, so all of the suspension is on, everything's like straight and tight and everything's all right. Getting these in required a bit of persuasion from the bro with the heats. Yeah, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and install the sexy Estoril Blue M3 wing. Yeah, only problem is it's a facelift hole, and I think my indicators, my side hole is not gonna fit because this is smaller than this, so we might have a bit of an issue there. All right. Oh, this just so bad. Yeah, so this is it all put together. I don't know what the last thing you saw was, but this is like looking pretty good like this. Bumper, everything's on. I'm gonna go and test drive it now and see how fucked everything is. Hopefully nothing's really that fucked, and hopefully my clutch still works, because I remember when I was trying to get it back with the wheel smashed in, I had to burn the clutch quite a bit somehow. Not intentionally, it just got burnt. Started stinking like clutch, shit was like smoking out. So I'm gonna see if it's even drivable or if I'm gonna need a new clutch. So let's get some clips.